Okay, let's start. Good morning, everyone. Good morning on a nice, bright Sunday morning. Thank you for being here so early in the morning. I'm sure many of you all have left home by 8:30, 9, 7:30 or thereabouts. Okay. Thank you for coming. So this is an extremely important program, I believe, from Kutch Corporate Forum's perspective, because the core institutions, IIT and IIM, is the pinnacle of education or academic achievement, and we would really love to have amongst us the achievers who have achieved that pinnacle and felicitate them, and nothing better than today to do that. So the first thing we'll kick off with is our President's address. So I would like to invite Mukesh Bhai to please join us and begin with his opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Irene. Good morning, everybody. Normally, I like to do an impromptu. But looking at the quality of the gathering, I thought that I have to pen down my thoughts and speak. So what do we call today? Though we have called it as a KCF IV, I would call it a Synergy 2026. And this is my giving back to my mentor, Sri Lex Jain, who introduced me into the social arena of education. And it was his dream project 15 years back to get all the IIMs and IITs together on a platform. So Lex, this is for you. So I call it Synergy 2026, Bridging Excellence and Entrepreneurship. That is our KCF members. Distinguished alumni of the IITs and IIMs, my fellow members of the Kutch Corporate Forum, and honored guests. It's a privilege to stand before a room that holds such a staggering amount of intellectual and industrious capital. On behalf of Kutch Corporate Forum, I welcome the brightest minds of our nation to this exchange of ideas. So round applause for these people. For over 30 years, Kutch Corporate Forum has been more than just an organization. It has been a knowledge hub. And today, I acknowledge our past presidents, Shri Sunil Bhai Gala, Shri Rajendra Gogri, Ashok Bhai Shah, Naveen Bhai Shah, I hope I'm not missing out on anybody, who have worked very hard, toiled very hard, and an organization living through 30 years plus is no joke. And salute to all those past committee members also who have worked hard to bring this organization to this level. We were founded on the principles of mutual growth and the relentless spirit of the Kutchi entrepreneur, a community known globally for its resilience, its word of honor, and its ability to build empires from the ground up. While we have decades of experience in the trenches of trade and industry, we recognize that the world is changing at a pace that requires more than just experience. It requires cutting-edge strategy and technological foresight. So why are we here? What is the objective of today's meeting? To our guests from IITs and IIMs, you represent the pinnacle of academic and analytical excellence. You have been trained to solve the most complex problems of the modern world. Our members, the entrepreneurs of KCF, possess the on-the-ground wisdom of running businesses through every economic cycle. The objective of today's program is simple: synergy. We want you to see the scale and heart of KCF. So one round applause for our own KCF. So today we want to network. We want to create a bridge where a seasoned industrialist and a brilliant young strategist can find common ground. Though an attempt was definitely made by Sunil Bhai, Raju Bhai in the form of CAN. We are here to solicit your support, not just as advisors but as partners in our mission of nation building. True nation building happens when the grit of the entrepreneur meets the logic of the scholar. When we scale our businesses, we create jobs. When we innovate, we make India global. I invite you to engage with us. Share your insights on the digital frontier, on lean management, and on global scaling. In return, we offer you a network of mentors, a laboratory of real-world business challenges, and a community that stands by its people. Let this morning not be a one-time meeting, but the start of a lifelong association. Let us blend the heritage of Kutch with the horizon of the future. Thank you, and I look forward to brilliant conversations that will surely follow. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukesh Bhai, and once more a very, very warm welcome to everyone. Particularly a lot of associate institutions who have today joined us here. I would like to welcome people, the associate members who have come from guests from DDKF, CVOCA, KAWA, SVGA, JYF, Wellinger Institute, of course, our own Kutch Corporate Forum KCF members, and few more organizations which I may have missed out. So thank you so much for coming. Before we move further, I would like to take this occasion to introduce what KCF is and just take some of the people who may have attended, who may be attending KCF Kutch Corporate Forum program for the first time, to kind of understand what KCF is, what we've been doing, what is our objective, and some of the very, very interesting work that has gone in from the last few, in fact, it's a 30-year-old organization. We reimagined ourselves a few years ago to create a dream of being a 10x driving organization, and 10x on what fronts? It could be on revenue or valuation, it could be personal fulfillment, or it could be on sustainability. So KCF has become a learning organization and a growing organization on those fronts. So to provide a platform for business and individual growth for industries and entrepreneurs and professionals. Yeah, next. So clearly, there are three key pillars that we looked at in terms of how we want to achieve this is listen, share, and grow. Next. Next. So past star speakers on KCF have included the likes of KV Kamath, Bhaskar Bhatt, Harsh Mariwala, to a whole galaxy of extremely powerful global Indian industrial leaders, business leaders. Not to take away the fact that some of KCF's own members and past presidents are themselves amongst India's leading lights and luminaries, some of whom are present in this room right now. To just chronicle last 2 years' journey, which is 24 and 25. We are at the beginning of 26. So just last 2 years, actually this is the last program of this financial year. So last 2 years, so we've tied up with Wellinger Institute and have some very interesting family business program. There's a continuous Sunday motivational monthly book reviews, which few members of ours have taken. And this is a very interesting knowledge sharing once a month that's happening. There are other knowledge sharing around weekly snippets, quarterly newsletters, etc. Another very important tie-up that KCF did was with Harvard Business School online, and Samir is here, Samir Karkhanis. So KCF members were offered Harvard Business School programs, online programs at a significant discount as a part of Harvard's scholarship, which Samir has helped us, do. So many members have already taken advantage of this through 2 batches that we have kind of undertaken. Our flagship program, first in 24 and later on I'll talk about 25 also, which is a 10x Growth Summit. We had initial 2 summits in Lonavala. This was the 3rd one in Bombay in 2024. We did webinar on CRISIL. So we've covered a wide range of topics and a wide range of, you can say, avenues, aspects. So right from, SME, credit rating, we went deeper into, So we actually doing a deep dive workshop on growth acceleration. So we did a GAIN workshop, 2-day workshop. Not to forget market outlook and how the investment world is shaping up. Another very interesting initiative by one of our members is the CPR training. So a very important, not well appreciated, but an extremely important one. We have a women committee, and Shilpa here moderated the program, which was women trailblazers across different industries. So we had a woman-only program. Everyone knows that labor laws have been changing. So in fact, we had 2 programs, one in 24 and then followed up by the recent. We also did little offbeat entertainment. So Saurashtra Trust is a very close partner. Hardik here is the managing trustee, and with them we kind of did this next. So we did a business quiz. We did a retail program, which is leadership, innovating for the future. This was interesting because a lot of members are from the SME kind of thing. So how this whole SME thing is coming out and how the listing and various aspects. So we did this in NSE itself in tie-up with National Stock Exchange, and the key leadership of NSE was present, and it was an excellent program over here. In today's challenging VUCA world, flourish or vanish. So we did a very, very interesting program with Basesh Gala. Again, with Bhanushali Samaj and with Saurashtra Trust, again, we did a brain fitness and mental agility workshop, a very interesting one. Family business and legacy is an interesting and important part. So with Velinkar, we did this Virasat, where 2 generations have spoken about their, transition. Again with Saurashtra Trust, Cyber Suraksha. Next. Cash flow mastery, coming to more business, topics. So improving cash flow, boost ROI, etc. Our own ex-president, Shri Rajendra Gogri, an amazing self-journey and insight, which is the science of unhappiness. I think it's one of the highlighted programs, I would say, and a lot of personal sharing through an own insight and discovery. I think this was again a superb program that we've done. Coming to again 2025's 10x Growth Summit. So it was in this very venue we had done. Did a musical program, a tribute to Salil Chaudhary. Uh, Again, a book review. So our committee member, C.A. Rajesh Chheda, who is based in Goa, he does this online and he is extremely passionate, extremely well-read, and he's done quite a few of these for us. Again, with Saurashtra Trust, Green Hydrogen. Shri Ravikant, who is the ex-MD of Tata Motors, and so leading from the back is the book that he has written, and we did initially a program with him and later on a workshop also for our members, which he has conducted. Again, very different insights. Again, this was on trust, passing on legacy to and ownership to next generation. So, excellent sharing by Rajendra Gogri and various other members. We did an industrial visit to Vapi, followed by this next. So as I spoke about the labor law, now that it has been formalized, so that, and of course today's hot topic, AI. So how do we, this is of course AI being a very wide topic, we just picked up one aspect and worked on it. This couple of weeks ago, we did the workshop Leading from the Back by Mr. Ravikant. Our key leadership of Kutch Corporate Forum went to Gandhidham and had a couple of very interesting programs over there also. So yeah, all in all, I would say this last 2 years has been extremely busy, extremely engaging, rewarding, and extremely enriching is how I would put it. Before closing this, I would like to call Ashok Bhai, just one small ceremony that we would like to do, because this last 2 years has been accelerating our own 10x journey, so widening a lot of horizons for Kutch Corporate Forum. Yeah.
नमस्कार. हाँ, एक तो आया रिस्पॉन्स. ठीक है. देखिए, हमारी कमेटी ने एक डिसीज़न लिया है और मैं अनुरोध करूँगा हमारे हर एक कमेटी मेंबर को स्टेज पे आए. कोई भी हमारा मेंबर अगर आउटस्टैंडिंग काम करता है तो उसको ये एल्बम हम देते हैं. ये फ्री में नहीं मिलता है. और इस साल का ये जा रहा है हमारे प्रेसिडेंट मुकेश भाई को फॉर हिज आउटस्टैंडिंग वर्क. और साथ साथ में एक और भी बात शेयर करनी है. हमारे पास प्रेसिडेंट ने अनुरोध पे हमारी टीम को और 2 साल के लिए, हमारा टेन्योर अभी ख़त्म हो रहा था तो एक्सटेंशन किया है, तो 2 साल की और जिम्मेदारी मुकेश भाई को ही निभानी है. इसके लिए डबल रोल में इनको ये सम्मान दिया जाता है. थैंक यू.
Thank you. Before we get on with our keynote, there's another very interesting thing that I would like. So I don't want to open too much of the part. I would like to call upon Mr. Hardik Mamania, who is the Managing Trustee of Saurashtra Trust. They have come up with an extremely interesting initiative, which is on creating a skill bank, and like
एक बीजाने गमता रहिए. Good morning to everybody. We have seen so much of work the KCF guys are doing at. Good morning to everybody. Please give a round of applause to the entire KCF team. Really wonderful. Okay, before 7 minutes given to me, so just to have this concept across to what I want to say, this is way back to 1400. Vasco da Gama, everybody knows? Yes? Okay. So next to Vasco da Gama, who is he? Can anybody identify? He's a Kutchi entrepreneur, Kanji Alam. He was in Africa. To get the Vasco da Gama to India, he was a key person because he was knowing the stars. And knowing the stars, he brought the Vasco da Gama in 23 days from Africa to India. So we have a lot of Kanji Alam within us. So here we are here to find out this Kanji Alam and help the Vasco da Gamas to reach to that final destination. Okay, this is puppyben.com. Why I said this, Puppyben lost the father and mother in the early age. She was doing like what we say, carrying a water for ₹1. And Rabari community stopped doing the embroidery work. But she said that, okay, let me think what I can do. She read the Kachmitra Purti and she met Mr. Viral Vyas. And from that, she got an idea why I cannot make this into an embroidery, which is very, very commercial value. And she found that, and she joined right now with a 300 women's in Kutch. So one interaction of Kutch Mitra writer with Puppyben changed the entire spectrum. So this one interaction made a lot of changes. So there are many Puppybens are there, and we want to make 1,000 Puppybens. That's the entire concept. And the last one, that's Joshi double roti. I think so. If you have gone to Kutch, have you tasted Joshi double roti wala? Last year, he came with me in Oman, and we had a Gujarati program there, and we carried out the flavor of Kutch to Oman. And various country ambassadors and various people came there. We thought that why can't double roti be sell, or what we can say masala can be sell to various countries. And today, after having small talks with the logistics and various things, he is now selling in 23 countries his masala. So we want to create this Joshi double roti wala. For that, the Kutch Mitra is presenting Kutchi Skill Bank. It's a concept where moving from charity, what આપણે પૈસાનું દાન તો આપણે ઘણા બધા આપે જ છે અને જોઈએ છે, પણ we are now looking for what we are saying is જ્ઞાનનું દાન. That is the most important part of it, because the knowledge is the currency what we are looking out for. So Kutchi Skill Bank, the evaluation of giving, because our community is basically giving the money, but now we are looking out for this Gnan and how we are going to reach to this one. The problem is financial aid is alone not a sustainable. Lack of career guidance, because you all are IITs, IIMs here sitting, the corporate leaders sitting here. So there is required a gap between a person who wants to do something and a knowledge a person has. So untapped global Kutchi expertise. I was just discussing with Kutchi diaspora at US a few days back, and there was so many knowledge bank they have, and they want to put it in Kutch and in Mumbai, how the Kutchis can grow simultaneously. So youth need the direction, not just the support. So what is this solution to this one? A digital knowledge revolution connects the top professionals with the community, enables the direct mentorship access, builds a knowledge sharing ecosystem. What we are planning it to do it out. What is this Kutchi Skill Bank? So it will be a network of IITians, IIMs, CAs, doctors, lawyers, business leaders, basically a bridging the gap and sharing the knowledge. How it works out? It's a simple, very seamless process. you're going to connect with just WhatsApp. With an AI technology and WhatsApp, this is going to be created. The trial run is on. Within 9 days, it's going to be starting. So there'll be no apps. Immediately, you will be put it into the WhatsApp. With the WhatsApp, you have a gurus. The committee will approve that he is into the guru mode. And then the list of the people who wants to take the knowledge from that person will have a direct interaction, direct Google Meets. There is no human interaction with anybody. It's totally AI managed, technology based entire works out. The power of 30 minutes, what we are looking out for? Everybody says, mane samay nathi, mane time nathi. So we are looking out for 30 minutes in a month, 2 hours, 4 meetings, basically. That is a minimum, maximum 4 hours. So basically 30 minutes of guidance to an individual directly to that person. So can transfer the career paths, business and financial futures, knowledge multiplies impact across the generations, what we are looking out for. So 30 minutes ni Google Meet, athwa what we are talking about, the Zoom Meet will be established and you have a direct contact. Why become a skill bank guru? It's a micro mentoring what we are looking for. 2 hours in a month what we are looking, as per your time convenience. If Sunil Bhai says that I want to have at 8 o'clock, Rajendra Bhai says that I want to have at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's all possible. This is purely on the time what you want to give it to the society. So we are looking out for 1,000 global Kutchi experts right now in this one. Professional digital founding will be given a badge for this one. You are the Kutchi skill in this one badge. Technical advantage, no app is required. Fully privacy, your number will be private, fully privacy and AI powered smart matching will be done in this. Who benefits? Of course, the small business owners, students who wants to aspire for IITs and IIMs, startups, women entrepreneurs, family business, freelancers and professionals. Real impact, what it creates, economically self-reliant. In Kutch Mitra, we made some economical starter also. With this only 1,000 hours, only in 1,000 hours of training from one expert to another, we are assuming a 5,000 crore business. That's an impact what we are looking out for. Who are going to be the mission partner for this, executing out this thing? Definitely a KCF, that is a Kutch Corporate Forum. FOKIA, which is an industrial organization in Kutch, Gandhidham Chamber of Commerce and JYF. These are going to be the mission partner for executing this entire project. So join the movement, become a skill bank guru, contribute your expertise and shape future generation. As today is all IIMs, IIT guys, you all are joining here. You could be the first gurus to be the part of this skill-based program. Thank you very much for this presentation. So building Kutchi skill bank, what we are looking out for. Second thing, with KCF and JYF, we are doing a job fair. Who wants to shift to Kutch? U-turn to Kutch. 19th April is our job fair. We have received 800 applications who wants to go back to Kutch. And that's really amazing. We were not expecting that many applications. And with a double graduations, doctors, lawyers who wants to shift to Kutch. So, and 60 odd companies are going to participate. They are going to come to Mumbai and have a one-to-one interview and place them at Kutch. So that's on 19th of April. And the last one, which I want to say, the Green Hydrogen Conclave. We have already done an MOU with the Kandla port already. The building of they have allocated 1,000-acre to Kutch Energy Park for the green hydrogen. It's a pure economic project where all Kutchis could be a participative in this one. The building of a wall right now, the boundary wall is going on. The few details of this Kutch Hydrogen Park will be given soon in due course of time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hearing me. And once again, thanks to Ashok Bhai. He's a sponsor for our global, this one, U-turn to Kutch, that is 800 job fair, and giving this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you, Ashok Bhai.
Thank you, Hardik, and really interesting initiative. Okay, moving on, we now have our keynote, and keynote will be delivered by none other than Renil Gogri, who is Vice Chairman of Aarti Industries and an alumnus of IIT Mumbai. And he is a fantastic example of what intellect and ability combined with passion, when channelized into something really in the right way, can actually can create explosive and extremely strong and powerful outcomes and results. So let's have it from Renil. Renil, come. Thanks.
So, good morning, everyone. So the world is crazy, isn't it? So this, I think, is the apt for where we are right now. I think everyone has lost their minds. So, but how do we sort of navigate in this crazy world? So, yeah. One way to look at it is look at the Kutchi ethos of extreme resilience and capital efficiency. And all the IIT IIM guys, I think we are all trained for uncompromising analytical rigor. So if we combine the two, probably we have a chance. So that's something that sort of we can look at. I think I want to keep it very short, 10-15 minutes, highlighting some key ideas that I have around for the IIT IIM folks and where the world is, where India is, and what we should look at. So, yeah. Just about me, I graduated from IIT Bombay in 2008 as a mechanical engineer. I should have been a chemical engineer, but ended up doing mechanical engineering for some strange reasons. Doesn't matter actually, because engineering actually teaches us to solve problems from a very first principles approach. So that sort of really helps us to look at any specific problem, even though that has not been taught to us, but analyze it from a first principles basic approach and build things. So this is about Aarti. So Aarti Industries, I think, a specialty chemicals company, are sort of a family business started by my uncle and dad and other partners who focused on extreme cost efficiency and excellence in technology to start the business. But what we have been able to do in the last, say, 15 years is to take the company from a promoter-led entity to a completely professional entity. So we hired a CEO couple of years back. That is sort of the culmination of professionalization of the organization. And effectively, that has completely freed us up to do other things. But this is sort of a journey in how organizations benefit from professionalization. What I realized, and dad and my brother and all that, we have, as say promoters or founders, our ability to run will sort of become saturated at a point. And at certain scales, it is better that you have professionals who can take the company forward. One of the key distinctions that I like to make is for the companies is distinguishing between ownership, governance, and management. This is something that the West understands very well, but we sort of merge all the three together. So you can be owners of a company, you are shareholders. The governance is done by the board of directors, and the management is led by the CEO. So this is a fundamentally very strong model, which a lot of companies can aspire to. So that's one sort of takeaway from my journey with Aarti, and we have been able to do some of it. Second aspect on generational agility, especially with dad, I think kudos to him. We are able, like, from a mindset of a very agile, small scale organization to changing the mind to professionalize. That is very difficult for anyone, and something that he has been able to do. I think sometimes for our companies in our communities, that becomes sort of a challenge. But if we have to go forward, we need to sort of, again, think from the basics. We have to sort of put aside our intrinsic nature for the betterment of the organization. In Aarti, we also build a very strong culture of safety with deep employee engagement. So, completely focusing on people and on safety, on environment. So my drive has been to build the base extremely strong. So if in chemical industry safety is paramount, you build global businesses by focusing on safety. So really proud of the team as far as where we are as far as safety is concerned. And on employee, I think happy to share that we got the Gallup's Exceptional Workplace Award, which is a global award given to 50 organizations globally in the world. And they do a survey of employees in terms of their engagement. We have been doing this for past 6 years. Our engagement score is 4.6 out of 5, which will be in the top 1 percentile globally. That's kind of the effort. We started at 3.95, but every year we put effort to measure employee engagement, developed action plans for improving that, and that really enables that the employee in our organizations are really engaged. So 84% of our employees are engaged, with a global average is something around 20%. So that's kind of what is possible. And that lays the base for the company to grow. Global benchmarking, obviously, to go to and to serve global customers, our standards on technology environment have to be of global class. So this is a journey of Aarti. So for me personally, from 2009 to 2024, from building systems and processes to finally handing over to the CEO has been the journey. So that journey sort of, I would say in my mind, got completed. I feel that the journey with Aarti now, it's in a very safe hands with a CEO who is world class in my opinion and who can take the company forward. So then we can do some other things. I'll come to that. Let's look at India for a moment. So someone said that India is a land of mouth-watering opportunity with eye-watering challenges. So we have great opportunity and the challenges are immense. So mouth-watering opportunities, we are looking at a huge GDP growth, supply chain sovereignty. I think every one of us knows that the world, we need to have supply chain from energy to chemicals, materials, everything in the country. And from a climate perspective also, adapting technologies for the global south, India can pave the way. So that's a huge opportunity for India. But the challenges, I think we are aware of this much more. The ease of doing business, regulatory frictions, cost of capital, infrastructure, and job creation, etc. So it's sort of a paradox. So we have to navigate both of these huge opportunities with great challenges. Something that we have been able to do. So we have established a family office called Spectrum Impact. My brother sort of leads this initiative with Rohan is also here. So what we are looking at is investing in impact organizations. We have invested in more than 100 organizations. It's like a venture capital firm, but with our own money. So we don't answer to LPs. That gives us a lot of flexibilities in terms of taking riskier bets. Global companies, Indian tech startups, we have invested in geothermal company in the US, a hydrogen fission company in Denmark, to bio fuel companies in India, many small, deep tech startups coming in India. But not only in equity, we also work with them for funding debt, which is a big issue in the country. The cost of capital is just too high, and that is restricting our growth, and grants as well. So we do that from our family office. We also have a program to connect global and Indian startups with global capital, Indian industry, Indian equipment manufacturing, etc. So the idea is to sort of help the startups in their initial journey, deep tech startups, to sort of solve their problems. So these startups have issues with finding the right equipment, scaling up, people, process, people, regulatory, finance, etc., etc. So we want to sort of enable startups to flourish with the expertise that we have. So we have that network. And lastly, this is the I-Tree initiative. So one of the things that we realized that in India, if we see, there is a gap between R&D and industry. So R&D are institutes, the IITs for example, they don't talk to the industry. If you look at China or US or European countries, they have a very strong bond between the industry and the academia. They feed off each other. In India, there is a fundamental gap. So academia is doing something completely different from the industry. So the gap is one of the gaps is of infrastructure. Our institutions just don't have the infrastructure to take what they are developing in a lab to industry, to provide a solution for the industry. They don't have the infrastructure necessary to do the piloting, to scale up the technologies and make it industry ready. So one of the gaps was around membranes, which we identified. Me and my brother being from IIT Bombay, it ended up that IIT Bombay had a proposal to come up with a translational center which can address this gap. Our family funded this translational center. But once we funded one center, we realized that this gap is across many different areas. So what we did was we launched this initiative. We got a CEO on board. We met more than 25 institutes in the country. We have got proposals, more than 60 proposals for different centers that India needs to have in biotechnology, to materials, to energy, in different aspects. These are proposals coming from IITs itself, IITs, IIScs, and other technical institutes who have very good professors who can lead this, but they don't have the infrastructure. And our endeavor is to connect the government, philanthropists, and the academia to fund these centers. And this can become lighthouse for a development model for India, where these kind of centers can bridge the gap between academia and the industry. So that's a hypothesis, and we are sort of trying to build this initiative across the country. So we'll see how it goes. It's pretty exciting. Obviously, the same thing, it is a mouth-watering opportunity with eye-watering challenges. Yeah. So something that, from a company perspective, hiring a CEO helps us sort of focus on investing in fantastic companies, building sort of research in the country. So that's what we have been able to do. And we don't think of India as like research or innovation companies, but the talent definitely exists. So when you actually go to and meet the teams, we realize there are very good founders or entrepreneurs who are focusing on deep tech. They are not well funded and well appreciated. So I think that there are some problems, fundamental structural problems that we need to sort of solve for. One company I just like to share, very close to my heart, is around animal protein. So most of us are sort of vegetarian in our community. Lot of plant-based protein has come, right? But we are not able to convince non-vegetarians to move to vegetarian because the texture that they get in meat just doesn't feel the same. Now, an Indian company with a team of only 20 scientists, IIT Madras alumni, with 5 years in stealth mode, have come up with a product which tastes just like chicken. It just tastes and feels, the texture is just like chicken, where the cost will be less than chicken. And the Europeans who have had this product, they can't differentiate between animal chicken and this product. We think that this can be a mind-boggling possibility. They have come up with a different, fundamentally different technology than what exists in the market, and can potentially be a game changer for not only for animals, but for the planet. Because the technology, if we are able to crack beef, the beef consumes 70 to 80% of agricultural resources in the world. So half of climate change possibly can be solved by just getting a product superior to beef, which a beef eater can replace with, which is healthier, cheaper, and superior. We have not got there yet, but that is sort of the promise of deep tech, and like IITians and technocrats in India can sort of come up with this kind of theories. I have friends working in Googles and Amazons and OpenAIs, all my sort of batchmates from IITs in deep tech. It is like fundamental knowledge of tech is available in the Indian diaspora. It's just how we can sort of get our act together and build in India. So a lot of exciting companies in deep tech are there which can do wonders. Little bit on AI. I think AI, we speak on chatbots and generative AI. AI is a very disruptive technology, all of us knows. Huge potential, absolutely game-changing. But for companies, I think one thing is to look at chatbots, etc. But embedding AI in organizations, I think, is one of the ways forward. So in manufacturing, if you look at industrial AI, from Aarti's perspective, we are looking at implementing AI in our workflows. So idea would not be to replace humans, but help humans take better decisions through AI. Come up with new products, new solutions, new ideas using AI. I think that is very, very powerful. If I can come up with some new groundbreaking technology using AI, which currently didn't exist, that can be a game changer. So I think companies need to look at AI as a game-changing possibility. Look at innovation more than workflows. So that is one sort of view that I have. And we have seen the pace of innovation really explode. Because now you have a PhD with you, 2 questions that otherwise you couldn't get the answer to, you can get it by one single prompt. It is extremely powerful for entrepreneurs, for leaders to use AI and understand the world, come up with innovations. And for professionals, I think it's sort of a make or break. If you sort of understand the power of AI, then your career trajectory can fly. Otherwise, I think it's a bit of an issue. Lastly, for next gen IIT IIM guys, I think few things. Great opportunity to build deep tech. We spoke on that. First principles thinking. Fundamentally, we are trained to solve the problems from first principles. This is a training that we get by giving JEE. I think it is one of the best exams in the world. It teaches you at a very young age to address problems from first principles. And also our training in engineering. Embrace the shop floor. I remember I spent first 3-4 years of my time in Aarti, every week I used to go to the plants. Understanding the production, understanding the technologies, understanding the challenges of the shop floor. Be it manufacturing, be it sales, whatever it is, I think it is very important to immerse yourself in your shop floor. And I think we can solve for the global south. the technologies for solving for poverty, for solving for climate change are virtually there, or whatever is not there will come. It's just how we can sort of build and solve in the global south context. So that's it from me. Just a word on KCF. I think the presentation that you shared was really eye-opening in terms of the work that is being done, the sheer work, because we sort of get the flyers about what's happening, but when you put it all together, it just shows the work that the whole team is doing. So kudos to you, and for all the IIT, IIM guys, it would be great to connect with KCF as a means to interact with each other. So that's it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Renil, and that was clearly what I started with, intellect, passion being channelized in the right way to create such explosive impact. So again, a huge round of applause. Renil, can we have, if anyone wants, we can have a couple of question and answers, which Renil would be happy to answer. There's a mic yeah. Bhavesh.
Thank you, Renil, for the excellent presentation. What will be your advice to the young, budding, all the IIT, IIMs, if they were to start their own business, as a startup, what will be your ideas for them? What should they look out for? What should they take care of, and how should they go about it?
Yeah, I think deep tech is one such things that solving for real world problems may be a very good way to sort of start off with. I think good ideas definitely will get funded, so that is there. I think what I mentioned, solve from first principles basis. Possibly take your time, if possible, to build a very strong product before sort of launching. That's also one thing that sort of I have seen, that sometimes we hasten the launch process before the product is fully cooked, especially on deep tech front. Other advices, I think everyone, there's a vast advisory available of what to do and what not to do, which you can ask an AI for. I think that's, this is some of the insights that I have.
Hello, good morning, sir. My name is Vineet Kotak, and I'm a teacher at Chayan Anchor Engineering College. I was really fascinated by the iTree initiative which your organization is doing. And I really agree with you that there's a big, huge gap between the research happening in India and the industries. My one submission to your organization will be that if you can, you are already funding a lot of translational centers, but then, there will be limitations because to what extent are the industries or your spectrum impact can reach up to the institutions. My submission will be if you can actually create your own translational center at a particular place where, individuals or even organizations who are interested in research can actually come there and work together with your industry, and maybe, they can go ahead. Because this is one big step which your organization has taken and which is the need of the hour. You rightly mentioned about China and US. They've gone way ahead just because of this bridging the gap. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And so sort of our thesis was that we don't want to build what already exists. We want to augment the gap. So in IITs, wherever we are going, we are asking, you have this, what else do you need, which will take it forward? What is the gap? And we want to fund the gap, not build completely new. That is one thesis. But idea would be that these centers are accessible to others. Like For example, if you guys want to use a center, membrane center, then there should be a mechanism in which you can avail these facilities. How things are evolving is that we are looking at a decentralized approach where this center should come up across universities in India, and they should be publicly accessible, this thing.
So, yes, that was my submission, that, if a common man has some research, then he can go to a center and
exactly, yes.
It should be accessible to him. So
that's part of our thesis. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, Amish here. I work with a VC fund as well. Great initiative on the deep tech. I think Government of India is planning to come up with something called RDIF, which is a 1 lakh crore fund. I think it's India's first and one of the world's largest initiative. Maybe you can speak a bit about it and how can it help the community at large?
Yeah, so government also has is looking at translational research at a strategic level. In fact, in the Chief Economic Advisor's economic survey, there was an entire piece on translational research. Some of it was sort of, my brother Mirik had worked with the Chief Economic Advisor, our team had worked with the Chief Economic Advisors for putting that. So now Indian government officially recognizes translational research as one of the important pieces. ANRF also has come up with A-Tree, similar to I-Tree, and we are working with them to sort of take this initiative forward. RDI itself is a 1 lakh crore sort of initiative, which is like a fund of funds kind of a concept, which basically will be available, from what I understand, though I may be off, to deep tech startups to get funding from, I think, VCs and stuff like that. So I'm not aware of the exact mechanism. I think maybe you have.
I'll add then. Thanks. I just wanted this to be brought to notice that Government of India is taking a real amazing initiative. Nobody in the world would have done as much as they are thinking. Now let's see how it executes. They will fund us, which are funds for sure, but they are also going to fund startups, okay? Both by way of debt as well as equity. And that'll be at amazing terms, okay? Like the debt will also be, I think, like 15 years, low cost, etc., etc. So they are really thinking, and for a change, again, in a closed door room, the speed is really amazing. The way the government is working, okay? First 20 set of startups shortlisted, of which I think 7, 8 may be given soon. They have been like further shortlisted at, these are the first 6, 7 which will get the funding. So it's happening at a real cool pace. We will benefit as funds because then we will further invest. But the ask of the government is that when they will put 1 lakh crore over a 10-year horizon, they would want us, the funds, also to put similar amounts, 1:1 matching. So that's the kind of potential that this may lead to. Now let's see how execution happens, but it's a great initiative, and it is only for deep tech. How much, the whole focus today, as they said, that how much R&D, how much of brain that we have can be utilized for research and coming up with problems which can solve for the world. That is the intent. So just adding here. Thanks.
Hi, Tushar. I'm an ex-Amazonian. I think very similar to what you mentioned. In Amazon, we used to fund those researchers in a lot of places. There's an opportunity for us to become a consortium of companies where we fund those places. And a great thing learning from Amazon was there was an internal wallboard where all those researchers are mentioned, which means if there are departments who want to take commercial use of that, then they can reach out to those functions and make use of it. I think that kind of thing, maybe KCF can play a role where if as a consortium we are investing into one of those funds which can commercially help as a group here, can there be a dashboard or a wallboard or some kind of newsletter where these things can be made available to our community or say maybe KCF or members of these people, so that we can make a commercial use of this? And maybe that is where organizations like Aarti can help to lead the way for all of us.
Yeah, I think it's a question for KCF to think about.
Thanks.
Can I go? Hello? Hi. Renil?
Yeah, sorry.
Hi, this is Bhavin Gada. I'm an advocate, I'm a transactional lawyer. I advise clients on SEBI, FEMA, RBI, and PVC and everything of that sort, M&A and all. So, Renil, you brought up great points and you also run a family office. Having said that, I am also a mentor at T-Hub, which happens to be Telangana's or rather Asia's largest incubation center. I'm also a part of Startup Singham. Why I'm giving you these examples is that T-Hub focuses on Telangana. Startup Singham focuses on Tamil Nadu. So at these two places, they support startups from that particular region. Now, having said that, Bombay has only AIC Nalanda. Of course, IIT Mumbai also has their own incubation center. With this kind of stalwart on the table today, in the forum today, is there a way where an incubation center comes into play, first point, and all these stalwarts can help those those startups, first? And second, because everybody here in some manner is either an LP or they are investors by themselves, and you having run a family office of your own, is there a way to kind of formalize this where the HNI sitting in the room come together and start funding, even if the ticket size is smaller? Can you think about these two ways?
Yeah, I think we already had CAN, which have already funded startups, but I think, yeah, people can think on this, on something like that. It's a good idea, but yeah, need to look at the mechanics of it.
So, Renil, just to interject, while the startup skill or the skill format that came up, I think there could be another format where these HNIs and these technocrats come together in some manner and they create a platform such that people in this room have a starting point. Like this gentleman who is running a VC fund. There are so many people in here who could work together. Maybe KCF could take it up in some manner.
Yeah, I think again it's a question for KCF to look at, but I think from what I hear, Mukesh Masa says there's a lot of demand for something like CAN 2 or something. So.
Okay, thank you so much, Renil, for amazing sharing and some fantastic work that I think you all are doing. We would like to take this occasion to felicitate Renil. I would like to call upon our President Mukesh Bhai to please come and Renil.
Conversations turn into silhouettes chasing. In my thoughts, dance around instead. Trying to find a reason within this mindset. When I read good intentions, it was just a bad idea. Another dream. That's my
Thank you, Renil. Thank you, Mukesh Bhai. Thank you, Mukesh Bhai. Next, I would like to call upon Mr. Lax Jain, Lakshmi Chand Jain, actually, but we all famously call him Lax Jain. For those who don't know him, just a very quick, short introduction. He's extremely passionate about academics and the Kutchi community and has worked relentlessly since probably last 5 decades or even more, 5 decades that of my life I know, to create a bridge of academics for our Kutchi community, whether it's India-US Connect, whether it's within India or so many other things. Ex-president of Shri KVO Seva Samaj, chairman emeritus of DDKF, and many other social work he's done. And just one small thing, his son Nilesh, who is now in UK, is probably one of the first IITians of our community, IIT Bombay, early in 80s. And Shilpa, of course, is the R&D head of Marico Industries, so is his daughter. So extremely powerful family. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Mukesh Bhai and the KCF. I was part of KCF, that you forgot to tell. Ashok and let's say Ashok Bhai. 15 years back, we thought of bringing exactly the same concept of knowledge with community. I will not say industry, I'll say community. Unfortunately, within 2 years, my wife fell ill and subsequently died. And with that, the idea died a little bit. Then Mukesh picked it up. I think Mukesh made 3 phone calls to me. Please, this is a program, you must come. I see, I'm now not going to many public programs because of my health and because of my this handicap. But Mukesh used another technique, asked Ashok Bhai to call me. I couldn't say no. I had to come here. I don't live in Pune anymore. I live in Bombay. Let me clarify, I'm not an IITian. Why? Because there was no IIT when I did, in our time, what is known as inter-science. IIT came that year to Bombay in 1959 and started at Sasmira. So I'm not an IITian. And that goes along with a thought that Infosys Narayan Murthy had written in one of his books. Only reason I sent my child to America is because he could not get into IIT. That was a statement he made himself. So that is how powerful IIT is. And as Adik said, I have been instrumental in promoting education in our community. Most of the people know. And this idea of getting into premier institutes. So taking this idea from Ashok, we at DDKF introduced, in Kutchi community, money always works. You put some money, then, so we said we will give a merit scholarship to somebody who gets admission into a meritorious institution, IIT being top of that. So that, I say a lot of push. If I'm getting somewhere else, why not go to IIT? Like that, So IIT, I will use the word, not IIT, premier institute, like BITS. I forgot to tell Mukesh, you should have included BITS also. BITS is equally this thing. So this was the idea of getting into IIT. So far, I must have counseled more than 100 people to get into IIT, few people to get into IIMs. Renil, the best combination in the world is IIT-IIM. Unfortunately, I don't know of any IITian gone to IIM. I know from other communities, but not from KVO. Let's promote on that maybe next generation we will have. But how much we have been able to get into education at DDKF Seva Samaj? So far, we had 5 students KVO who came in the top 100 in JEE. JEE is the 3rd most difficult exam to pass in the world, not in India, in the world. 3rd most. We have been able to get 5 KVOs into top 100, which was an incentive. One of them happened to be what Hardik says, my son. I'll talk more about IIT because I'm an engineer, and IIM, of course. I fully agree with Ranil, is bringing academia along with institution. I'll give you a hard thinking little bit. Media carries this weight. We have 25 Indians working as CEO in other countries. You know what I wrote in the LinkedIn? So what? What do they do for India? Today I was having a breakfast with my daughter, and he said, that's what you have to talk about. Give back. India is spending a lot of money to promote IIT, and you go back and become CEO of Alpha or Google or something. So what? Most people answered my question also, that they agreed. What are we doing for India? Now today it's a big opportunity for the India to, become, it's going to become, but to become the 2nd largest economy in the world. And it is IIT, IIMs who are going to do it. I'll add one more faculty to that, economics. I'll give you a few facts also. One of the first economists who even helped Manmohan Singh to write his budget was a Kutchi. And that too from Ivy League. Dr. Praveen Visaria, PhD from Princeton. He was recognized by World Bank as one of the leading economists. Unfortunately, he died very young. Panje Kutch mein kaam koda hai Java. I worked with him. So, you know, it's a matter of us giving back to society. I come from a very humble background, from a small village, but I give priority to education. For most of you who don't know, I have 4 PhDs in my family, and 5th one will be next year. One is sitting here. You know, and it takes me pride not to, what he introduced, Shilpa is my daughter. No, I take pride in saying I'm Shilpa's father. And that is the incentive you have to create in community. And create it for India. I was also foreign educated, but I came back to India. Shilpa is foreign educated, came back to India. You know, we have to think of nation building. World will build itself. We don't have to build America. Again, going back to that 25 CEOs, what do they have for us? What good they are doing good for us? Had Renil gone abroad, what would he do to Aarti? Nothing. But he's doing it, right? So this is what we have to create. To all the IITians, IIMs people, I say that, please help give back to society. Regarding money, it will come automatically. You know, when I argue with people from, unfortunately, Raju bhai, even our Kutchi IIT, 70% are abroad. Only 30% or less than 30% in India. It's money. But let's not give that thought. You know, money is there in India. It's not that it's not there. I came back without earning any money. Shilpa came back the day she got PhD. So opportunities are here. Or you have to create, Renil was saying, you have to create opportunities in India and showcase them to the world, rather than the world is showing to us. This is a few of my thoughts, and I thank Mukesh for bringing my thoughts live. It is a very, very big opportunity for me. I don't live in Bombay, I don't come to functions, but his insistence was there. And I'll appeal to IITians, IIMs. I know a lot of IIMs people sitting here who have been helping us. We created in DDKF this merit scholarship. Similarly, we created, you go to any city, you know, I was the founder of making home family for people going abroad. Now we are making home family for people studying in India. You go to Indore, Amish was there, he had a Kutchi host family there. Only place I have not been able to find is Shillong. We had 2 Kutchis gone to IIM Shillong, but unfortunately there is no Kutchi family in Shillong. But it is, you know, it is that. And work towards getting there, getting to the idea of going to IITs and all. Unfortunately, I'll tell you, the trend now in India is becoming send child abroad after 12th. Let him study, it will get. I give you an example. I was working with Justice Bhagwati's father, brother. My son, he is an American citizen. He could have gone to America. Now what Naveen Bhai said in Hindi, I will say, now Gujarati, 70 વર્ષની ઉંમરના છોકરાને ના મોકલાય. 21 વર્ષ થાય ત્યારે પોતાની સમજ આવે. And fortunately qualified for IIT, and we send him to IIT. This is the thing we have to percolate in our community. Sunil Bhai, this is the thing you have to percolate in our society. Fine, you can afford to send abroad, fine, but institution India, unfortunately global media is very biased. Today IITs are leading companies are abroad, but if you look at ranking, we are not even top 100 in the world. They still think of MITs and all. India is no inferior to MIT. But unfortunately, global doesn't say no, top 100, no Indian universities there. Research, Institute of Science, Bangalore has been doing very, very basic research. We don't recognize it. So this is, we have to also work on the media side that, look, promote India also as a hub for education. Now, of course, they're opening universities and all, whatever they're doing, that's different. I think I have run out of my age to do all that guidance. I just turned 85 this month. So now it is for people like Renil, not even Raju, Renil and all to take over this whole thing and promote that more and more. We used to get from 1985, 3 students used to average from KVO to go to IIT. 2 years back, I brought it to 7. 7 students are going to IIT. Unfortunately, this year was the very bad year that only 2 people qualified. But so far, same way with IIM. How many, Amish, qualify for IIM? 1 or 2? Chetan will know better. Chetan, ketla jan jaya chhe? 2, 3. But this year, unfortunately, where 5 people have gone to IIMs. Not necessarily Ahmedabad, but they have gone to IIM. So I will say that, go to IIT, go to IIM, but build India as the hub, not other countries. Thank you very much, Mukesh, for getting me here and sharing my thoughts.
So, moving ahead, coming to the core part of today's function is that, so interestingly, we have about 60 IIT IIM alumni, Kutchi IIT alumni amongst us who have registered for today's program. Of course, there may be many, many more who may not have still registered, but thank you so much for registering and making it here. So what we plan to do as Kutch Corporate Forum is, the IV Connect. So as a mark of that connect, we would like to felicitate each one of y'all, and we would have our past presidents and some of the dignitaries today to felicitate you all. So what I will be doing is, what the format is that we would be alphabetically calling out each person's name. So by name, it is the alphabetically by name, first name. And the profile would be displayed here, and we would like to call upon you all and receive a token of our appreciation and felicitation here. So the first one, first person is Akruti Furia. So Akruti, I would request Lex Jain to felicitate Akruti. Yeah, she's here. Yeah. So Akruti is BCom, CA, MBA from IIM Bangalore 2023. Currently with Morgan Stanley Infrastructure Private Equity. Thank you, Akruti. Next is Arsh Chetan Kakka, MBA IIM Bangalore 2022, Village Vanki, currently with McKinsey as a junior engagement manager. Thank you. Next is Adarsh Chheda. Adarsh Jayesh Chheda, Ratadiya Ganeshwala. I am Lucknow IIT Bombay, so he is an IIT IIM 2017 IIT, 2020, 2013 IIT, 2017 IIM. Currently with Ernst & Young, Vice President Investment Banking. Yes. Thank you, Adarsh. The next is Amish Detia. Amish Detia is MBA IIM Bangalore. Amish Manjula Praful Detia, Gam Bidada. He is working with private equity, Chirate Ventures. Brad, yeah.
Just one small point.
Yeah.
There is a WhatsApp group of I Am Kachi guys. Okay, we had formed it years back. It's a passive one, but I humbly request whoever, and maybe KCF can get details, whoever is registered and not part of the WhatsApp group, please join that. It's a passive group for now, but let's see. At least let's unite.
Thank you. Thanks, Amish. Yeah, next. Amit Devchand Rambia from Nana Bhadia. B Computer Science from Vivekanand, Mumbai, and I am Indore, 2004. And he's the promoter of Panache Digital Life, which is NSE listed. Thank you.
Bhadia is one of the, I always say Gundala was very highly educated, but now Bhadia has taken over that. So many chemical engineers from Bhadia. But it so happens I have beaten all of them to become the first chemical engineer of our community.
Last. Next is Arpita Shah. Arpita Bhadresh Shah, Gam Wand, Borivali. I am Kozhikode, 2025. Sorry? And Bits Pilani. Oh, sorry. Thank you. So, Ignite Tech as a strategy analyst. Thank you. Thank you, Arpita. Thank you, Lex Uncle, for... Next, I would like to call Shri Sunil Gala, our past president, to felicitate. So next we have Bhavesh Leeladhar Mange. Bajaj Institute, 2011, MBA Finance, currently with ICICI Bank. Next is Bhavik Rajesh Chheda, PGDM IIM Ahmedabad, 2014, currently with JSW One Platforms, category head AVP. Nana Bhadia. Next is Chetan Savla. I am Ahmedabad 1991 with Nykaa Head of Strategy, Gam Ramania. Okay, so Mukesh Bhai has given another interesting information. He has been instrumental in the IPO of Maruti Suzuki, so while in Kotak. And past committee member, of course. Next is Darshak Arvind Savla, MBA IIM Bangalore 2015, currently with EQT as a director. It's a private equity firm. Do we have Darshak? Darshak? Okay. Next is Darshan Bheda. Again, another IIT IIM combination actually. So IIT Madras BTech Metallurgical and IIM Bangalore. So IIT 2013 I am Bangalore 2015, currently Kotak Mahindra Bank VP Product Management. Do we have Darshan Bheda? Okay. No problem. I think still it's interesting to go through these profiles because, we also get to know where all and how well our leading people are doing. Okay, next is Darshil Atul Dharod. Darshil, yeah. So, BTech Civil Engineering, IIT Kanpur, 2015. Currently with Colom Litech Private Limited, founder CEO. So, his own venture. Thank you, Darshil. Next is Deep Ramesh Satra, MBA IIM Sirmaur to 2024. Currently IDBI Bank as a credit analyst. Thank you. Next is Dharm Gala. Okay, I'm sorry. Dr. Manisha Gudka. Next, past, yeah. Yeah. Do we have Manisha Gudka? Sapientia Family Office Solutions. Thank you, Sunil Bhai. Yeah. Next, I would like to call upon Shri Jayant Bhai, Jayant Chheda, past president. So next is Harilal Rambhia, IIT Powai, 1967. BTech Chemical, Avni Enterprises, process consultant. Next is Harsh Shah. BTech Mechanical Engineering, IIT Bombay 2025. LEK Consulting, Associate in Strategic Consulting. Next is Harshal Dedhia. Harshal Ashok Dedhia, Gam Borara. MBA IIM Ahmedabad 2022. Currently with Boston Consulting Group, BCG, as in strategy consulting as a consultant. Next is Hiten Chheda, Nana Bhadia. I am Kozhikode, 2024. Currently with BNY as a finance analyst in corporate treasury. Next is Heni Mehul Chheda, Gam Punadi, BTech IIT Delhi 2025. Currently with Microsoft as a software development engineer. Do we have Heni? Okay, thank you, Jayant Bhai. Next, I would like to call upon Ashok Bhai Shah. Okay, we'll call Hardik first. So next is Isha Chandulal Nisar, Gam Bachau. MBA IIM Ahmedabad, IIM A 2022. Currently with Incred Capital as Assistant Vice President, Institutional Equity Markets. Next is Ishang Atul Dharod, Gampatri, BTech IIT Madras 2025. Working with Open Secret Associate CEO's Office. Next is Jainam Dharod. Luni, IIM Mumbai. Currently studying, so at IIM Mumbai, will pass next year. Worked with Hindustan Lever. Thank you. Next is Jenil Paresh Mange, Gam Mothara. IIT Bombay, MTech, IIT Bombay. And working with, right now he's a PhD scholar, so he's taken up PhD. Thank you, Hardik. Next, I would like to call upon Shri Rajendra Gogri, our past president. Next is Jinen Dilip Gala, Gam Lakhapur, IIT Kharagpur, working with PwC as a consultant. Do we have Jinen? No. Next is Jinita Ankit Dedia, Gam Desalpur. I am Lucknow 2016. Working with House of Abhinandan Lodha. Of course, before we call Karan, just one small, Shri Rajendra Gogri himself is a UDCT gold medalist chemical engineer.
I am not getting this felicitation because I didn't join IIT. I was 102 in 1977, 102 rank, but then joined UDCT.
But UDCT we should have included. It is equal to, anyway. Next is our own committee member, Karan Ashok Vora, Gam Navinar. Karan? Oh, he had to leave early. So, Karan is IIM Calcutta 2003 CA and MBA, working with Bank of America Merrill Lynch as a director and COO. So, he unfortunately had to leave early. He had come in the morning. Next is Kaushal Jayant Dedia, Gam Nangalpur, MBA Jamnalal Bajaj Institute, CFA Level 3, 2014. Currently working with Axis Bank as a Vice President. 12 years of corporate banking. Okay. Next is Ketan Jethalal Mav, Naredi, MTech, IIT Bombay 2012, working with HelpShift Technologies as a lead software engineer. Next is Kunal Chheda, Gam Lakadia, Ghatkopar. So, MS Computer Science, Georgia Institute of Technology, MS Financial Engineering, World Quant University, 2021, working with JP Morgan Chase. Next is Kunal Gangar, Gam Godra, MBA IIM Nagpur 2019, working with IndusInd Bank. Next is Manav Deepak Nandu, Nana Badia, IIT Mumbai 2018, working with Creso Technologies, and rather he's a founder of Creso Technologies. Thank you, Rajendra Bhai. Next, I would like to call upon CA Harsh Dedia. to felicitate the next set of people. So we have Mayank Premchand Savla. I am Ranchi 2013, working with Vector Consulting Group. Next we have Mayur Satra, Gam Bachao, MBA ISB 2025, working with KPMG as a senior consultant. Next we have Milap Maru Sabrai, MBA IIM Kozhikode 2011, currently as a partner with Ernst & Young. Next we have Mitesh Gangar, Mitesh Lakshmichand Gangar, Gam Godra. PGDM, IIM Bangalore, ICT, so UDCT Chemical Engineering, 2015 IIM and 2011 Engineering, and of course with Aarti Industries. Next we have Neil Manish Vora, Kundrodi, MBA IIM Lucknow and IIM Kozhikode MDP, 2018, working with Deloitte as a strategy manager. Next we have Nisarg Shailesh Shah, Patri, BTech Kanpur, IIT Kanpur, 2018, working with Capgemini. Thank you, Asmik bhai. Next, I would like to call upon Ashok bhai. Next, we have Rahil Mehul Detia Gam Bhujpur, BTech Chemical Engineering, IIT Bombay, just passed in 2026, working with UPL Limited. Next we have Rohil Shah, IIT, BHU, Banaras Hindu University, Chemical Engineering. He is our own Bhavesh Shah's son, a committee member, Bhavesh Shah's son. So 2023 working with Abbott as a strategy manager. Thanks, Rohil. Next we have Sandeep Bhanusali. I am Calcutta 2009 MBA Finance, working with Citibank as SVP. Passed with Nomura, GE and Lehman. Next we have Siddhant Dilip Gadda, Mechanical Engineering, IIT Bombay 2026, Bain and Company. Next we have Siddharth Kataria, MBA Finance ISB Hyderabad 2018, working with Olio Agro Trade, K2 Capital and Misho. Thank you, Ashok Bhai. I would like to call upon Aruna Savla, recently the president of KAWA, which is the Kutchi Advocates Association. Thank you. So next we would like to call Tarun Lalan Bhojai. I am Indore 2007, working with, he is a founder of Smart Humanoid Systems. Next, Vaibhav Liladhar Gosar, Gam Mapar. I am Kozhikode 2022, working with Bhulani Steel. Do we have him? No. Next is Vaibhav Nilesh Gala, Gam Lakhapur. I am Mumbai 2027, BTech Mechanical Engineering, and worked with PwC as a consulting advisor. Next we have Vineet Deepak Gala, Desalpur, BTech IIT Bombay Electrical Engineering, stealth startup. So he's a founder of a stealth startup, and very, very interesting. So next we have Vishnu Dhiren Gaur from Bhuj. Do we have Vishnu? So BTech, IIT, and in 2020 working with Cadence Design Systems as a senior application engineer. Do we have him? Okay. Vivek Pradeep Gala Mota Asambia, CA and MBA IIM Lucknow from 2019, working with Hitachi Payment Services Private Limited as a Deputy Vice President. Thank you. Thank you, Aruna. Thank you. So, yeah. Anyone left out that we may have missed out inadvertently? Anyone left out, came late? This was the last of the felicitations. Okay. Someone left out. Vivek, can you just help? Someone there also. Yeah, like to call upon Samir Karkhanis, Yangpo Education. He's been a great partner. He's actually runs the whole Harvard Business online program in India. Yeah.
And we both are proud alumni of
Velinkar. If you can just introduce yourself. Sorry to have missed you out.
No worries. Good morning all. I am Dr. Ashwin Gajra. I am heading the biomanufacturing initiative at Reliance Industries. I am a chemical engineer by training, PhD from UD City. Thank you.
Thank you, and very sorry about that. We have one more, please. Anyone else left out, please? Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Jekin. I recently graduated from the Executive MBA at ISB Hyderabad and a gold medalist there. Apart from that, I've done my CFA level 2 in finance, data science and supply chain. Look forward to connecting with everyone here. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else inward? Oh, yeah, okay. Come, please.
My name is Meet Manu Shali. I am from Triple IT Lucknow Computer Science, and right now I'm a founding engineer at TDF Diamonds.
Thank you, and sorry for inadvertently missing out. Okay, so there are a couple of things. So this was a very important part where, in a way, we now know many of the, oh, someone else left out? Okay, sorry. Please. Samir, sorry.
Sorry, I registered very late for this. My name is Nihal. I graduated from IIM Ahmedabad in 2023, and I'm currently working at a startup called Grey Labs AI, who's into voice AI for BFSI. So, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so now that we have a decent idea of some of the Ivy. So in a way, it was a good Ivy Connect where we know many of the people now in the room. So couple of things we will do. We have some time. So one is, of course, a very important part of this today's Ivy Connect is the networking piece. So at some point we will pre-lunch also break and just have a networking time before we actually go for lunch, because I'm sure with so much energy and intellect in the room, we would like to talk to each other, know each other, and interact and share and understand, right? So we'll do all of that. Prior to that, couple of things we will do. One is, so first I'll call our committee member Jayesh Rambia. He would like to talk. And second, after that, if anyone of y'all, anyone from the Ivy Connect felicitation would like to come forward and share something, we would like to throw the floor open for anything that you may want to share. So please gather your thoughts in case you want to share while Jayesh Bhai talks. Yeah.
Thank you. With Lex Jain and Lex Kenya, we have started a group called Kutchi Engineers Forum on social media. And it's passive group, not very active, but it's there, Kutchi Engineers Forum, and we have more members on Facebook. So you are free to join the group. One thing we had done that point of time, that during my visit to US, I had visited in Silicon Valley, and there is a big group there called Kutchi Valley Group. There are 400 members there. So that can get you introduction into any of these Ivy League companies like Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, Meta, whichever. Our people are working inside. So if any of you want to join that, you're welcome to join that, number one. Number two, there is a pattern here which I could observe. And the pattern is there are people in finance. You can perhaps choose this corner of the room, and there are people in consulting this corner of the room. Startups can be in the center of the room, and industry, there are various industries that people have joined that corner of the room. If you gather like that, you will be able to meet your colleagues from different companies working in similar field. I think it will add value to your visit here today. We can also offer you some industry connect. If you want to connect with plastic industry, feel free to reach out to me. I'm well connected with all the plastic processor across India. I would be happy to connect you, whatever your needs in plastic sector. Thank you.
Okay, so we now would like to throw the floor open in case anyone wants to come and share any ideas, thoughts, suggestions for today's Ivy Connect. Anyone? Come. Yeah, Hasmukh Bhai.
Thank you. amongst this, all the dignitaries of the dais, I would just like to inform about our association. It is called CVO Chartered Accountant Association. It is an association of chartered accountants, company secretary, and cost and management accountant from Kachchi Visha Oswal Group. We are an association of more than 2,400 members from our KVO community. And happy to share that we are 52 years old association, 52 years old trust. The activities are a plethora of events, plethora of publications across different subjects, different laws, taxation, investment, business, etc. We do many programs jointly with KCF also. Last year only we did one public program jointly with KCF. So I'm happy to share that, and obviously congratulations to KCF for keeping this thought-provoking program, getting full IIT and IM alumnus across KVO, across Kachchi community at one forum and sharing thoughts and sharing their insights across everyone. So thank you all.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Shilpa Vora, PhD from not the Ivy League, currently Chief R&D Officer at Marico. Impressive to see women up here on stage. And since I've just come out of some 3 talks of Women's Day, I thought it's important to talk about it here as well today. I'd like to see, remember, more than 50% of India is women. And what we need to see is far more women up here. I appeal to all of you, whether it's your colleagues, it's your family, please encourage education in STEM, right? Because that's the future. We heard Renil talk about deep tech. We heard, all the people up here. And to me, it is really something to bring the message home. There's awesome opportunities out there. There's a lot of recognition. And it's just my personal appeal. Please encourage the women in your family, the girls in your family, to really take up higher education, push the boundaries, and be the first amongst equals. Thanks.
Yeah, may I request Sunil Bhai, our past president. Acha, Aruna Ben, tame avi ja.
Good morning, everyone. I represent Shri Kachchi Advocate Welfare Association. Ours is the team of advocates, notaries, solicitors, counsels, whatever is law related. We from the entire Kachchi community become a member of our association, and we would like to connect with everyone present over here, and we do seminars, a study circle on the current issues. We do the annual function chaired by High Court sitting judge. So I would like all of you to connect with us if any law-related problems or law-related ideas, solution. It's our welcome. We have a group of 500 people, advocates, and ours is 25 years old organization. So we will be glad and if any one of you will join us and support us. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Sunil Gala, part of Navneet Group. Just a BCom graduate. I think today's everyone that we saw here, I think designation or the education qualification was an interesting thing to see. Mukesh bhai did ask me if I want to speak or give way forward to take this forward. Lakshji, you did mention and you hinted at me once. And I know why you hinted at me. At a community level, Navneet, being in education field, also individually associated with a couple of institutions of our community, where the clear-cut intention of such institutions is to promote education as far as possible. As Laxbhai said, monetarily, community will take care. But what I find today is how can we further fine-tune our institution's initiative to promote bright students in renowned institutions, including in India. I'll keep this in mind, Laxbhai, that whether a student studies in India or abroad, final destination has to be India. That also we should promote the most. As Renil said, there is really a big gap, not only in our community, but across. I was wondering, or rather I am always wondering, that why in our community people are not able to build empires. Why do we all stop at a couple of 100 crores or maybe a little higher than that, barring few, 1 or 2 or 3 people? I think that is the gap that our community has, where all of you can really help that grow. What I mean by that, and as Renil exactly said the same thing, that we need to understand, I'm talking to the industries, not to the professionals right now, that we need to understand our capacity and limitation, accept it. And then for the growth, we need bright minds. And for that, the professionals, those are present today here or may not be here, are the people who can take that forward. As a Kutchi, I would prefer community to grow first, of course, thereafter India. But if community grows better and better, more and more community members can be benefited. What I was hinting to the professionals is there is an opportunity within our community as well. Except one gentleman, I did not see any one of the professionals present here are with the Kutchi community industry. So, Mukesh bhai, how do we bridge this gap is the question. If at KCF level, if we can try understand the need of the industries, of course, whoever are interested should come proactively to KCF, and the present professionals as well as future professionals, if that bridge can be connected, then I feel one, the community will benefit, and thereafter India will benefit. And I also saw few of them staying in Mumbai, working elsewhere. Why can't we help them also bring back to Mumbai? So that way, Mukesh bhai, we should bridge this gap in a way and then see to it that the professionals, the bright minds that I hear today, or bright minds that we have in our community, be part of our Kutchi industry growth also. Thank you.
Just what Sunil bhai said and Renil said, bridging and the government amount moving to the final consumer and the final lines. If the KCF can take up this job of scrutinizing the files and the first entire thing, government licensing part, the Saurashtra Trust will be able to take it up. So at Gujarat government as well as Maharashtra government, the Saurashtra Trust will be able to help to you to pass on the files at a very fast speed. Thank you very much. And on 12th, just to announce one more thing, as we were discussing about U-turn to Kutch, 800 participants, 12th we have a pre-meeting where we have called people who have been already shifted to Kutch. So there'll be a case study as well as the one-to-one interaction, why one need to be shifting to Kutch, what are the opportunities. We have already shifted 472 families to Kutch so far. Thank you very much.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, come. Anyone else? Okay, we'll just queue up one by one.
Hi, myself Bimal Vora. I represent our community KVO Seva Samaj. Maybe this may not be a platform, but then because Lex Shane was honored here, and I have read his, maybe a biography or, past books and everything. I know him very well. He has been the mentor and the founder, maybe education in our community. He is the what we say, the founder and the mentor. And in today's world, because of this mobile and the technology, we have lost the patience. Just to highlight, the day I think, when he was traveling to USA, believe me, and he himself has shared me, and this is the time where, I would like to quote is, it used to take 30 days in ship to travel from India to USA, and he was the first KVO to do this. Let's have a round of applause for him. Look at the passion of, education. भाई कि एजुकेशन के लिए कुछ भी करना है, and the legacy has carried away. Second thing, one of the participants who came here to receive the recognition, Vineet Gala. Can Vineet Gala, IIT Mumbai? Yeah, I think you were the top 100 or below 100 rank. He was one of the top 100 rank holder in IIT, and that's a very proud moment for our KVO Samaj. And he has been helping to the KVO Seva Samaj. So Seva Samaj is like, creating education awareness, and, we have been catering to the students who are from 10th, then their graduation, and then going abroad. We try to fulfill this, their dreams. Recently, we have been arranging a lot of small seminars, how to become a CEO. Last 2 sessions we had conducted with the help of IITs. So there was a 4-day shows where we try to identify out of, say, 200 students, those who have just passed out 12th standards. Out of that, we select 10 or 15 students, and we then send them to this IIT campus. That's a very proud moment for them. You used to see this IIT campus. They were trained by IIT alumni, and the real investors were sitting in front of them. At the last date of the project, on the 4th day, there was a group, there was a 7 students or 5 students group were formed. There were like 10 groups were, delivering their showcase project. And believe me, last to last year, Seva Samaj team, we had sent, they won the first prize, and the investor was ready to invest, almost 50 lakh and 1 CR for their project. So I was just discussing with one of our mentor and a donor, Kirit Gala, the Gala Spring. People know him well. Just, last week only, saying that community is doing good for the young generation, giving them education, funding them, making them. But then KCF is like, making them real world experts. And the KCF is doing a wonderful job. Heads off to this entire team. Let's have a big round of applause for them. Thank you.
One of the biggest contributions of KVO Seva Samaj to education is Book Bank. So where thousands of students of our community over years and years have been able to benefit from it at extremely low cost. So yeah.
Hello everyone. Good morning. So as I was listening through people speaking today and also just looking at all the wonderful accomplishments that we have in this room, I think there was also this moment of, where I wanted to share, I am full of gratitude and I just wanted to share how I have basically been touched by the efforts of various organizations associated with the Kutchi community. So I think way back when, when I was in school, probably access to internet was not that great. When I topped the school in 10th standard, somebody told me, why don't you get enrolled in a JEE coaching institute? That was end of June. I said, okay, I actually was not aware what is IIT or, what is the differentiation between these various institutes, and neither were my parents then. So we just went end of June, early July, enrolled in one of these institutes, and suddenly I really felt, taken aback. People had been studying for JEE from probably 8th standard, and almost everybody had enrolled before. There were a couple of institutes who told me that they have closed their admissions and they will not be able to take me in. One of them did, and so on. So I think around that time I also got introduced to career counseling by KVO Seva Samaj, and understood basically what was possible post-school, especially the decision for chemical engineering. I remember Lex Jain being there. I remember probably Harilal Bhai being there and speaking to people who did chemical engineering from the community to really, get towards that choice of chemical engineering after 12th. Once I finished engineering and I worked in Pune in a R&D role, I used to basically attend startup Saturdays, which used to be organized by Bhavans or SP college. And that is where actually I had the other touch point from the Kutchi community. So I met Jinen Dedia, who was very recently funded by CAN, Kutchi Angel Network. And as he was funded, he was also looking for sort of expanding the team. That was, maybe he has just cracked the first customer and so on. So I happily joined Deltex Infotech, now Drona HQ, for a very brief stint, but very formative for me in terms of recognizing, where I was, what I needed to do next in life. And that sort of helped me clarify my goals for my MBA at IIM Indore. I think once I did that, I post-MBA started working at EY, and then very soon happened to get this opportunity at Aarti Industries, which I think all through the education remained one of those companies, that one would aspire to or know about in the chemical industry domain. So over the last 10 years, again, I've been very, very fortunate to basically be really given the opportunity to grow in a professional setup with Aarti Industries. I think what Renan mentioned about the engagement scores and the awards, it's also the people first approach in developing and grooming talent, which has brought me here. Over the years, I think I have basically been recognized by DDKF, in their initial journey. I think it was the first year or the first few years where I was awarded. I was recognized by CVOCA in their 50-year celebration, and so on and so forth. And every time I think I have received actually a lot in terms of mentoring, in terms of guidance, in terms of awards, in terms of really support for building my life and career from the Kutchi community. And I have given back much less. Wherever I got an opportunity, I did, but I think also want to use this platform to share that there is so much that is available. Personally, I have benefited a lot, and I'm sure if you spread it around the world, there will be many more people who will, continue to benefit from what the community has to offer. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So Praveen bhai, our ex-committee member, just in the interest of time, if we could just restrict it to about a couple of minutes overall, so that more people can participate, because we are on a timeline. So, yeah.
Hello friends, myself CA Praveen Gala, as he rightly said, ex-committee member of KCF, founder member of SVGA, founder secretary of SVGA in 1994, 32 years back, that is Sri Wagad Graduates Association, and the past president of SVGA. Let me share that we are coming up within a week's time a multi-purpose center, a great multi-purpose center with the fully equipped facilities at the central location at Dadar with the area of 3,764 usable carpet. In that we will have, this will be open for the whole Kutchi community as well, not just Wagad. We will have a state-of-art conference hall with a capacity of around 36 to 40 people can sit together, and with whatever the video and the audio recordings and everything would be possible. 2 seminar halls of rooms of 40 people each, and if you can combine together, with the then it could be 90 to 100 people can sit together, have a workshop and the seminar over there. A very good library, as well as the necessary facilities would be there. They'll be open within a week's time. It will be also published in our patrikas and all that. To start with, we will be having a seminars on the management things, the things which we don't learn normally in the graduations. HR, marketing, whatever the facilities they require, we will be providing that. Of course, the other soft skills, the presentation skills and the communication skills, etc. We will be starting with the AI workshops. The Kunal Cheda is sitting over here. He is the leader of that particular part. So this will be open to all kind of thing. And I would like to extend this with the KCF also joining together. All these facilities could be used for our Kutchi communities as well. And last but not the least, about a guy said about the incubation center. I would request KCF to take up this very seriously. We are with you. We all Kutchi people put together, start up incubation center. Let us have within a 5 to 6 years next, minimum 100 startups in our Kutchi community, and let there be 4 to 5 unicorns out of that. Thank you very much.
very good morning and warm greetings from the Harvard Business School. I thought I should take this opportunity to address two stakeholders, which Sunil Bhai also mentioned. What do we do to get youngsters and talent into Indian Kutchi organizations? One thing I thought is necessary is that we need to glamorize the kind of work you are doing. It needs to be even publicized. So what I would like to offer is if you are keen that you should be covered in the Harvard Business Review or a case study is made on your organizations, I think that will take you to that global scale. Many institutions and universities in the world will use your case study as an example to extend the knowledge. And the kind of work you are doing is highly impressive. The kind of people who participated in the Harvard Business School KCF scholarship program, I think Mukesh, 100 plus people formally, informally have completed that. So make use of that scholarship from HBS online. Harvard never gives us scholarships ever, okay? But with the kind of effort by Ashok Bhai and Mukesh Bhai, the follow-up, the due diligence, we are able to offer something interesting to all of you. So one is work on that. Lifelong learning is very, very critical for all of us. Second thing is come forward if you wish to be covered in the Harvard Business Review. 6,000 business schools and institutions in the world use our case studies and simulations from Harvard. All the IIM guys know what is the power of case studies. Imagine your company cases are now taught there in those schools, will be a good offering from our side. Also, as Mukesh Bhai mentioned, there is a very huge staying relevant gap or upskilling gap in the market. KCF and my alma mater, Wellington Institute, we are launching a program for people in the age group of 35 to 50 or 35 to 45, specifically for entrepreneurs in a very, very modular format. So I'm sure Mukesh Bhai is going to tell you more about that, but anything that we can do, more than happy. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hi all friends. So I'm not saying anything new. I'm just kind of picking up things which have been shared by the dignitaries. Sorry to introduce myself. My name is Sandeep Bhanushali. I am from the Bhanushali community, a small Kutchi speaking community, and I'm clearly overwhelmed to see the scale of the program that we are having here, the ecosystem that is getting built here with various small initiatives which are all coming together. One thing which I want to kind of highlight is we have a lot of AI in this room, right? So from AI, I mean actual intelligence, not the artificial one. So aggregate level, we have a lot of actual intelligence in the room and how we can basically scale it up using this platform. So Renil Bhai clearly said that solve real world use cases, right? That is something which every management wants to see. So maybe from the industrial perspective, maybe this platform can be used to kind of showcase like what is the problem that your industry is facing or your particular company is facing. And there is a concept called fractional CFOs, fractional CTOs. For example, a small industry here, maybe they want to standardize their process. And there is a whole lot of IIM and IIT guys sitting out here. They could request that I need a 3-month project for somebody to come and standardize my whole industry. Or I want to go to the same journey as Aarti Industries. How can I get my employee engagement, right? So, and there we can use the intellectual power of the IIT, IIM guys, or somebody who has already gone through this journey, and the industry and the IIM, IIT can come together and solve this problem. And the second thing which even Samir Bhai or Hardik Bhai mentioned, right? Success stories. Right? Success stories is what drive more success stories. So how we can then bring these success stories and use this platform to showcase that success story. ऐसा भी होता है. एक छोटा industry, they took help from this IIT, IIM forums and they kind of succeeded and they were successful in reaching out. So that is some of the things which I think. And the third thing is a lot of the guys sitting out here in their 40s, right? They are into their professional journeys. They have reached a certain level. Now they want to go into an entrepreneur journey. Right? Not only the startups which are coming from the young generation, but there is a whole lot of experienced guys who want to go into this. And there could also be opportunities in terms of giving them a chance or giving them the real world problems which they can solve and go into this entrepreneur journey. So these are some of the suggestions which I think. And the last one is like, if you want to go to Kutch, right, or go to any kind of tier 3 area, agriculture is a big opportunity going forward, and bringing those agricultural use cases into this forum, and then using the aggregate AI of these people out here to solve those problems. So that's what I wanted to share in terms of how we can leverage these forums. Thank you.
It's always a privilege to be a part of Kutch Corporate Forum. Like I always believe, it is not just Kutch Corporate Forum, but it is knowledge collaboration forum. Because every time that I am here, you are aware, you're a lot of good awareness. And there's a saying that the best business leaders do not just have better business acumen, but they have better understanding and better awareness. So I just have 3 takeaways for all of us out here who are going to be, become best business leaders. First, ABC. A is awareness. Let's all focus on having more awareness, because we of course have better business acumen, but the more aware we are regarding the change, I think we'll grow better. Second is B, branding. All of you now need business branding, organic personal branding. Let's utilize LinkedIn. Let's utilize personal branding to grow our business brand. And like we have the motto, listen, share and grow. So whatever learnings that we take away from the platforms over here, let's share on LinkedIn, let's collaborate. And the new theme for the new financial year for Kutch Corporate Forum is integrate and collaborate. And there's a very famous saying that you do not need the best people to work with you. You need the right people to work with you. So when you talk about collaboration, when you have the right people to work with you, you definitely grow 5x and 10x. Last but not the least, a lot of you out here know a lot of new leaders. Let's invite all of us to join Kutch Corporate Forum and be a speaker out here, share knowledge, share awareness. So the 3 takeaways are A, awareness, B is branding, and C is collaborate. I just have 3 takeaways for all of you, wishing you all the best. And I hope your organization grows 10x in the new financial year. And let's take Kutch Corporate Forum to the next best level in the next year. Thank you so much.
So hi everyone, I'm Siddhant, and I'm currently a IIT Bombay final year student, probably one of the youngest people here. But just wanted to preface by what some of the previous speakers said. There are a lot of people with a lot of industry expertise here, and they regularly come to IIT Bombay to optimize their processes and understand what is at the leading front in technology right now. And this was just to preface, there are a lot of young folks like me, Harsh, some of the other people here who have a real understanding and insight into what's happening, what are the new trends, and where the future is leading to. The Ivy Connect is a confluence of knowledge and leadership. A lot of people here have very high leadership skills and industry insights. And I think there is real value to be unlocked in just having a conversation of what is the future and how technology can be ingrained in that. So I'd just like to implore everyone to have a conversation with the young folks out here to just understand what can be done. Just my couple of cents, being inspired by the speakers who came on board.
So, my name is Ketan Kataria. I am representing Bhanusali Chamber of Commerce. This particular thought process, getting the all intellectual into this particular room, getting a brainstorming. A couple of things I would like to state is that India is into a golden period. And, definitely everybody has to play a part. And definitely as a Kutchi community, we need to play a part into the GDP of or whatever the growth of this India. My couple of suggestions, I agree with Mancheben, that collaboration is way forward. And that is the way, the whole things, we can come together and, grow. So what my thought is that, that as of now, KCF is changing. I was very impressed with Mukesh Bhai, with this thought process, that it is now open for all. And that is this first step, towards, getting into I would say the KCF to the 10x, I would say 100x. So how to get into the 100x is that, why not we get into like-minded communities, Kutchi communities like Loana. There are many communities. Everybody has his own strength and resources. So why not to, get into that type of a very higher vision, where whole Kutch communities are, because now every community is facing a challenge. They are not able to engage the young audience, the next level. And that is all communities are facing the same problem. So why not to come up with the, the whole blueprint, where you give, the infrastructure, the thought process, the best practices, which the communities can adopt. And get started, to engaging with their own community, and from there, the whole Kutch Samaj get consolidated, and the strength also gets consolidated. So that was my, couple of points I wanted to highlight. Thank you.
We'll have the last couple of speakers. I'm sure many of you all still may want to share, but we'll continue in the networking session. So yeah, quickly, and just we are very mindful of the time, so please be very brief.
Jai Jinendra, everyone. Myself, CA Jayesh Gogri. We have talked about a lot about the wealth building and asset building, etc. One small point which I want to bring to the August House, because we have got best of best here. May it be KCF, JYF, DDKF, Seva Samaj, Kawa, Sthanakvasi Mahajan, SVGA, and I think best of the community are sitting here. Can we talk about culture? Can we talk about our roots? If we are building our wealth, can we talk about character building also? Can we talk about our family? So this is the forum where I want to request, why can't we have a brainstorming kind of a session where we talk about not about only the health, but also the core values which are our own Indian culture or even our Kutchi culture. So I would request KCF and all other organizations to join hands, come together and talk about these core values of our family and nation. Thank you. That's all. Thank
you. Jai Jinendra Manike. I am CA Hiren Sangvi, CA, LLB and YouTuber. I will talk in Hindi. KCF ज्वाइन करने के बाद मेरे जीवन में अद्भुत चेंज आए। 1 साल से मैं जुड़ा हूँ KCF के साथ। KCF ने मेरा पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट किया, HBS का लीडरशिप प्रिंसिपल कोर्स करके। KCF ने कंपनी का गोल सेट किया। हमें रविकांत सर से, जो टाटा मोटर्स के एक्स CEO थे, उनसे 2 दिन का वर्कशॉप अटेंड करके, और KCF में रिसेंटली मुझे एसोसिएट होने का मौका मिला है। तो गिविंग बैक टू द सोसाइटी, जो लेक्स जैन साहब ने कहा, गिविंग बैक टू द सोसाइटी, वो इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए, तो KCF इज़ अ गुड प्लेटफॉर्म। पर्टिकुलरली मैं चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स यहाँ बैठे हुए और एडवोकेट्स को आह्वान करता हूँ कि KCF को ज्वाइन करें, खुद का नेटवर्किंग बढ़ाने के लिए, बिजनेस बढ़ाने के लिए और खुद का सेल्फ इम्प्रूवमेंट करने के लिए। धन्यवाद।
Nagji by Rita.
नमस्कार मित्रों। एक्चुअली जो हिसाब से यहाँ बड़े एजुकेनिस्ट है, IITians है, बड़े इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, उसके सामने बोलना थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है मेरे लिए, लेकिन मैं एज ए समाज बिकॉज आई एम ए प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ वागड़ विसा ओसवाल चौबीसी महाजन। तो मैं महाजन के लेवल पे थोड़ा सोच के आपको थोड़ी सी एक आइडिया जो मैं आपके सामने रख रहा हूँ कि एक तरफ अपने पास IITians है, दूसरी तरफ इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, तीसरी तरफ एक प्लेटफॉर्म है जो सबको इकट्ठा करके कुछ ना कुछ नया एक मूवमेंट खड़ा कर सकते हैं। मुकेश भाई से मेरा डिस्कशन हुआ सुबह, उनका नॉलेज शेयरिंग का जो ये प्लेटफॉर्म है बहुत अच्छा बढ़िया काम कर रहा है। तो मैंने बोला कि अपने पास जब इतने अच्छे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, इतने बड़े डोनर्स है, इन्वेस्टर्स है, तो हम क्यों ना एक बड़ी ऐसी इंडस्ट्री खोलें कि जिसके अंदर अपने IITians अपनी कंपनी में काम लगे। जैसे अभी सुनील भाई गाला ने बहुत अच्छा पॉइंट आउट किया कि इतने सारे IITians में सिर्फ एक ही IIT मेंबर जो अपने आरती इंडस्ट्री में काम करता है। सो क्यों ना अपने IITians जो है अपनी कंपनियों में ही काम करे और इसके साथ में एक बड़े लेवल पे एक बड़ी कंपनी बनावे जिसके अंदर इक्विटी होल्डर होने के लिए अपने पास काफ़ी इन्वेस्टर्स है। हम जब करोड़ों रुपए का डोनेशन दे सकते हैं तो इक्विटी में क्यों नहीं लगाएंगे, हम अपनी इक्विटी में भी लगाएंगे। हार्दिक भाई जैसे अपने मीडिया के पार्टनर अपने को मिल जाएंगे, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट मिल जाएंगे, काफ़ी ऐसा ये क्राउड अपने पास है कि जो एक बड़ी इंडस्ट्री बड़ा एक लेवल पे काम कर सकती है। तो एज ए महाजन, एज ए कम्युनिटी मेरा ये थॉट है कि ऐसी कोई बड़ी चीज़ बनाई जाए जिसके अंदर अपने ही लोगों का समावेश किया जाए, अपने ही लोगों को उसमें जॉब मिले, अपनी कम्युनिटी ग्रो करे और कम्युनिटी का ग्रोथ होगा तो मुझे लगता है कि जैसे कच्छ का ग्रोथ होगा, पूरे वागड़ का ग्रोथ होगा और अपनी पूरी कम्युनिटी का ग्रोथ होगा। वो समझ के, वो सोच के थोड़ा मुकेश भाई आपको मैं ये थोड़ा सा आपको ब्रिज बनने की ज़रूरत है सिर्फ, क्योंकि आपके पास सब कुछ है, तो आप थोड़ा सा ब्रिज बन के इस अपनी कम्युनिटी को कैसे ग्रो कर सके उसके लिए आप थोड़ा सा सोचो। और मैं आप सभी को उसी के लिए मैं चंद्रकांत अपना राजेंद्र भाई आपकी बहुत बड़ी इंडस्ट्री है, ऐसी ही कुछ बड़ी इंडस्ट्री और लगावे कि जिसके अंदर अपना कच्छियों का, कच्छी IITians का और सभी का ग्रोथ आगे बढ़े, ऐसा मेरा विचार रजू करता हूँ। थैंक यू।
Our past president, Shri Naveen Bhai Shah, would like to just share his thoughts. After that, we will have the Rajendra Bhai also. Okay. Next, we'll have. Yeah.
प्यारे भाइयों और मित्रों, आपको सबको नमस्कार। मेरा नाम नवीन शाह है। करीबन पुराने लोग सब जानते हैं, नए लोगों के साथ में मेरी मुलाकात बहुत ही कम हुई है। मैंने एजुकेशन में तो अलग ही है कि मैंने किया इंजीनियरिंग फ्रॉम टोक्यो यूनिवर्सिटी और उसके बाद में था सिम्प्लेक्स ग्रुप ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज़। आज बहुत सारी सजेशन आए और बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। जब हमने KCF चालू किया था उस टाइम पे हमारे पुराने मित्रों ने सब मिल कर के इसको इतना आगे बढ़ाया, स्पेशली मुकेश भाई को, अशोक भाई को और ऑफ कोर्स सुनील जी निकल गए और जितने भी लोग थे पुराने, उन्होंने काफ़ी इसके अंदर में कंट्रीब्यूशन दे करके आज जो KCF को इस स्थिति में लाए हैं उसके लिए मैं बहुत आपका आभारी हूँ। मेरा थोड़ा सा सजेशन ये था कि जिस तरीके से मैंने हमारी कम्युनिटी के अंदर में जो IITians, इंजीनियर्स और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को मिला हूँ, मिलता रहता हूँ, तो मैं जिस तरीके से आप लोग आगे बढ़ रहे हैं वो बहुत खुशी की बात है। और मैं रीटा भाई ने जैसे अभी बताया कि इंडस्ट्रीज़ के अंदर में हम लोग एक चीज़ बहुत बड़ी मिस कर रहे हैं, जो मेरे एक्सपीरियंस से जो है मैं बता रहा हूँ। हम इंडस्ट्रीज़ के अंदर में ये जो हमारे यंग ग्रेजुएट्स या जो कुछ भी हैं, एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं, उनको एक अपॉर्चुनिटी खुद की इंडस्ट्रीज़ में पहले देना चाहिए। उसको शॉप फ्लोर के ऊपर में कुछ एक्सपीरियंस मिले, इस तरीके का एक कुछ गठबंधन या इस तरीके से एक प्रोग्राम बनाना चाहिए जहाँ पे हमारे जो इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट हैं वो इनको, जैसे सुनील भाई ने कहा, बहुत अच्छे से कहा कि वो जब तक इंडस्ट्रीज़ के अंदर में आएंगे नहीं और जब तक 2 साल शॉप फ्लोर पे काम नहीं करेंगे तब तक आगे बढ़ना बड़ा मुश्किल जाता है। क्योंकि मैंने अभी 3-4 हमारे जो आउट ऑफ KCF के कम्युनिटी के मेरे दोस्त लोग हैं या जो भी यंग इंजीनियर्स हैं, तो हमने 4-5 अभी एंटरप्रेन्योर को खड़ा किया है। उन्होंने उसमें से जो स्टार्टअप कंपनी थी उनको हमने एनकरेज किया और मुझे गर्व से कहना पड़ेगा कि उसमें से 2 कंपनियों को जो है प्राइम मिनिस्टर अवार्ड के अंदर में 3rd पोजीशन पे आए। और मेरा एक और मुकेश भाई से निवेदन है कि इसी तरीके से हमारी कम्युनिटी से भी बहुत एंटरप्रेन्योर आ सकते हैं। उनको एक जो उभरते हुए इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, बिजनेसमैन और जो भी हैं, उनको एक ग्रुप में लाने की कोशिश करें जिसके अंदर में 5-6 लोग मिलकर के कुछ इंडस्ट्रीज चालू करें। जैसे आरती है, वो भी कुछ यानी उनको प्लेटफॉर्म दे सकते हैं, उनको कुछ नई इंडस्ट्रीज़ का या नए प्रोसेस का सिखा सकते हैं। सिंप्लेक्स भी है, दूसरी भी हैं, जो भी कंपनियां हैं उधर के अंदर में जा कर के उधर से ले कर के और एक छोटा ग्रुप, क्योंकि मैं एक चीज़ देख रहा हूँ, मैं थोड़ा समय लूँगा, कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है आपको, 2 मिनट और। तो मेरा निवेदन ये है कि हम जो शॉपकीपर्स या जो भी छोटे बिजनेसमैन थे, वो लोग किस तरीके से आगे बढ़ सकते हैं उसके ऊपर में हमारे को थोड़ा सा सोच करना पड़ेगा। और उनके लिए आप किस तरीके से KCF के अंदर में एक कुछ ऐसा एसोसिएशन अपन लोग खड़ा करें जिसके अंदर में वो आकर के कुछ जो भी छोटी पूंजी है उसको लगा करके आगे बढ़ें। क्या होता है, इंडस्ट्रीज़ जो है आज के दिन 2-3 करोड़ के अंदर में इंडस्ट्रीज़ नहीं खड़ी हो पा रही है। आजकल आपको मिनिमम इन्वेस्टमेंट जो आता है उसको देखते हुए अगर वो ग्रुप इकट्ठे हों और वो आगे बढ़ें तब उसके अंदर में बहुत स्कोप है मेरे हिसाब से। दूसरा, मैं एक और सबके सामने एक रिक्वेस्ट रखना चाहूँगा कि जो भी आप हैं यंगस्टर्स, जो भी आप IIM और IIT से अभी निकले हुए हैं, जो अभी भी बिजनेस में लगे हैं या जब भी कर रहे हैं, अगर आप चाहते हैं तो बाहर 2 साल 3 साल यहाँ करने के बाद में भी आज के दिन जापान, जर्मनी, फिनलैंड वगैरह के अंदर में इस तरीके की आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल सकती है जिसके अंदर में न खर्चा है, परंतु वहाँ पे आपको रिसर्च के अंदर में आपको पार्टिसिपेशन करने का मिलता है। और जैसा आरती इंडस्ट्रीज़ के हमारे बंधु ने कहा कि इंडस्ट्रीज़ के साथ में किस तरीके से हम जुड़े, जब तक आप इंडस्ट्रीज़ के साथ में R&D को नहीं जोड़ेंगे तो R&D भी काम नहीं कर सकता है और इंडस्ट्रीज़ का ग्रोथ भी नहीं होता है। तो दोनों को कंबाइन करना है, क्योंकि मैं आज के दिन एटॉमिक एनर्जी एसोसिएशन, एटॉमिक एनर्जी डिपार्टमेंट के साथ में जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। उनके साथ में मिल करके हमने अभी 3 नए एंटरप्रेन्योर को खड़ा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो R&D हमारा जो है वो IIT वगैरह के अंदर में जो भी हैं उसके अंदर में अभी भी बहुत कुछ उनको मिलने की या उनको कुछ जानने की ज़रूरत रहती है। तो बाहर की इंस्टीट्यूशंस के अंदर में रिसर्च के लिए आप जाना चाहते हो तो ज़रूर उसके लिए हो सकता है, एक प्लेटफॉर्म बन सकता है। और उसके अंदर में मैं आप लोगों से निवेदन करूंगा, जो जाना चाहते हैं एक बार हम KCF के अंदर में डिस्कस करेंगे। एक कमेटी में गठन अगर बन सकती है तो मैं बनवाने की कोशिश करूंगा और वो उसके अंदर में आए, डिस्कस करें और अपना कहाँ पे भी R&D के लिए जाना चाहते हो तो जाएं। क्योंकि बिना अब हिंदुस्तान में R&D हो ही रही है, बहुत अच्छे तरीके से हो रही है। तो उसको आगे बढ़ने के लिए कहीं और पे भी आपको जा कर के पढ़ना पड़ेगा। तो आपने IIM वगैरह जो कुछ भी किया है, एजुकेशन के बाद में 3-4 साल 5 साल काम करने के बाद में फिर से एक दफ़ा जाइए और उसके अंदर में 2 साल और पढ़िए और आगे बढ़िए। यही मेरी आपसे शुभकामनाएं हैं, यही मेरे को आपसे निवेदन है और आपसे आगे बढ़ने की मैं चाहता हूं कि आप और से और आगे बढ़ें, उन्नति करें। धन्यवाद।
When KCF program details were given, it was mentioned that I had given one presentation on science of unhappiness in last August. Whenever I tell anybody, people are really surprised that everybody talks about happiness sessions and all. So why unhappiness? And so one of the reason is the curiosity. That if you have food, shelter, clothing, education, health, all of us, then why we should be unhappy? That was one curiosity. Second thing, if there are 2 persons in the same situation, same situation, they behave differently, then what is the root cause for that? And third was that even if I am fine, I get frustrated, bitter, angry, but your mind and body will not ignore. You can ignore emotional discomfort, but your mind and body doesn't ignore. Your mind is immediately impacted, its clarity reduces, and your ability to think reduces. And sustained hate, bitterness releases stress hormones, cortisol and all, which will impact your digestive systems, your cardiology and everything. So that was the reason going into deep of that. And what is the scientific reason? Why, from where does this originate? And what can be the way forward? So as Ranil mentioned, we got a CEO in 2024, so I had to give him time. If I sit with him every day 2 hours, then he will run away. So this gave me a time to get into this more deeply. And just, all of you are professionals, very young. So this subject is not purely, theoretical and all that. It has a huge impact. Korn Ferry and McKinsey, in all their competency framework, there is one particular framework which is called emotional resilience. Today is a very volatile world and so much disturbance takes place. Every day, new things happen. So emotional resilience is how do you manage that, how your frustration is less, bitterness and anger. If you have that skill that, you are not getting that unhappiness, emotions, if I have to select today any CXO or CEO, it will not be the functional skill or strategy. First thing it has to tick mark is how less unhappy he can become. So this is a very, very important skill. It's not a theoretical subject. And so I'm working on that, and idea will be that corporate level you have a strategy that, how do you build emotional resilience. And I think all the youngsters here, that you'll have to take it as a skill, if you want to really grow at the top levels, this will be a very important skill. Yeah.
That was just a sneak peek into the fantastic program of the Science of Unhappiness that through a lot of personal exploration and journey Rajendra Bhai has done. Okay, so as we come to the close of today's program, two things are left. One is, of course, the vote of thanks, post which I will request everyone, all the Ivy Connect people to come for a group photograph along with the committee of Kutch Corporate Forum. One small thing I would like to add to what Naveen Bhai said, so shop floor and, so one of the things, so in the forthcoming programs we are doing with the Retail Association of India, which is actually for retail shop floor. So there are a lot of aspects that Kutch Corporate Forum is trying to cover. Of course, announcements we will make as those programs come through. So, yeah, April 26th. Okay. So I would call CA Nisha Gala to propose a vote of thanks, and post which request everyone along with committee members for a group photograph. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. And I'm sure all of you will agree that this has indeed been a resourceful morning. Mukesh Bhai's next 2 years of presidency couldn't have had a better start. And he's really built the momentum with this kind of gathering. Do stay with me as I acknowledge all those who have been instrumental in bringing us all together. Heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, Renil Gogri, for painting the world of possibilities that already exist and waiting to be tapped. Acknowledge the presence of Bipin Bhai Gala, Anil Bhai, Hardik Bhai Mamania, Samir Karkhanis, Madhuben Gala, Harsh Dedia, Aruna Savla, Dr. Vinit Kotak, Laksh Jain, sir, for traveling all the way for us. To all the KCF past presidents, Sunil Gala, Rajendra Bhai Gogri, Ashok Shah, Naveen Bhai Shah, Jayant Bhai Chheda. A big thank you for the support and participation of our guests from KVO Seva Samaj, CVO Chartered and Cost Accountants Association, Kutchi Advocates Welfare Association, Shri Wagad Graduates Association, Wagad Visa Oswal Chovisi Mahajan, Jain Youth Forum, Kutchi Mitra, Saurashtra Trust, Gandhidham Chamber of Commerce, Bhanushali Chamber of Commerce, DDKF, V School, Wellinkar Institute, Shayan Anchor Engineering College, to Karan Vora for going through the entire alumni list and preparing what we had today. Team Boomerang, Vivek, Jay and others for managing this event flawlessly. ITC Grand for their hospitality, and to all KCF members, alumni of IITs, IIMs and other Ivy League institutes. This illustrious morning would not have been possible without the presence of all of you. So let's carry this new beginning with a huge round of applause, and please do not leave without lunch. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so would like to call upon all the Ivy felicitation team, I mean all the people who we felicitated, IIT IIMs and the committee members. Post this, we will have, of course, around networking time followed by lunch. Thank you. Please come forward at the stage, to the stage for a group photo. Committee members and past presidents, of course.